You are listening to the LAArtist Aftershow, where we chat with the artist about anything and everything, most of which we probably forgot to mention during the podcast. So all of this is bonus content just for you. But so welcome to the after show.
The after show. That's gonna be our like little tune.
Yeah.
Welcome to the after show.
Wow, 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 wow. That's the guitar.
Yeah.
with the whammy bar.
Yeah.
Wow, or
Whammies.
either whammy bar or the foot pedal. I don't know. One of the two.
Is that what it's called? Whammy bar?
The whammy bar?
Oh, that's what it, okay.
Yeah, the bar on the guitar. Yeah, it's a whammy bar.
Yeah, it goes whammy whammy.
It goes wow wow.
Yeah, I remember Guitar Hero. I remember.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yes.
I know how to play the guitar.
I know. But yeah, no, it's always fun to just chat and hang
for
out
sure.
and,
Yeah, I'm a big chatter. Yeah,
and
I like to talk a lot.
But yeah, dude, I feel like bigger paintings would be.
Yeah, I've been getting a lot of that, so it's getting there slowly.
You already got your brushes to work on big stuff?
Yeah, I do. I just picked some up. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. They're way more bigger.
Yeah.
So and now I'm gonna like try to look for bigger markers. Obviously, you know. I just you know what I don't like to work with is those like markers that have the flat end. They're kind of just rectangle.
Oh,
Yeah.
I need something round.
Those are chisel tip.
The chisel
yeah,
tips.
those are.
I mean,
I gotta get used to it. I think that's what it is.
I think you just gotta get used to it because you could use them because of how like it's a rectangular shape.
Yeah.
So you could use one like vertically, so you could get like the thinner one, or horizontal, so you could like a thicker line.
Yeah.
And then even getting the edges to do an extra fine line.
And that's why I need a little bit more practice. They're a little bit intimidating because I've never really touched those, you know? But it's just something I need to practice with.
And then one of the things that you can do, because again, like after time, because it is more like a very tough, concentrated it's fabric almost, as far as the nib is.
Yeah.
Like what you can do is just crush it all so it could become a circle. Like almost an oval.
Oh, I get you.
So,
Yeah. That's actually pretty cool. Okay.
Then and then from there you can shape it up and stuff like that.
What if you cut it before even?
You can also do that
like,
too.
Kind of just get a blade and just kind of.
You could shape it
before you even push the ink out.
Yeah, shape it to whatever.
That's actually pretty cool.
Shape it to whatever you want.
I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, you could
try it out.
Round it out if you feel like more comfortable.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because and if you, depending on how big you want it,
pretty big, I would have to get a pretty big.
So there's also a couple dripsticks that you can use.
Oh yeah, see those are cool, but they just drip too much, obviously, because of the drip. You know, that's what it's called.
But again, that's because to get the perfect drip, you're squeezing while you're painting.
Yeah, so
you don't have to squeeze.
So you just don't squeeze.
You just go light and it doesn't drip.
I've tried it before. Yeah, it's like I said, you just need practice.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
And one of the other things that you could do is like go faster. It's like if you
like a spray can.
Yeah,
so it won't drip.
If you do faster, it won't drip because it leaves a thinner amount of ink. Versus if you go slow, then obviously it blobs out a little bit more. Because that's one of my favorite markers. The Molotov, the 8mm dripstick. It's one of my favorites.
That's a good size.
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
It's really nice. It's really clean.
Funny. People ask me like, "What type of stuff do you?" I'm like, man, I don't know the names. I just grab whatever catches my eyes.
Yeah.
They're like, what name is that? I was like, oh crap, I don't know the name of it. Like when they put me on the spot, I'm like, I don't know. I'll send you a picture later. You know?
Honest.
It's
blue.
Yeah.
The brand has letters.
You know which ones I have been using though to do these type of outlines that are like a lot more thicker is the Sharpie markers, paint markers.
Yeah.
Those are like my favorite to use. They just really dark. And I've noticed, I didn't know this before, but they do have like a bright black and then they have a flat black.
Yes.
Flat black is amazing. I love the flat black.
Is good.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
I for the Sharpie markers, I think I prefer flat over the shiny ones.
Me too.
Yeah.
And then it takes better pictures.
Yeah.
You put a flash on it or you try to use light, it's all bright on I was like, oh crap, it didn't look right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I totally
But Yeah, I use Posca markers for my outlines, and they have different sizes as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
I have some of those too.
yeah, like the Sharpie size is the I think the P5, which is a 5 millimeter nib.
Yeah.
And it's round. I like using it a lot for outlining.
Oh yeah, they're nice.
Yeah, we've definitely gone through a lot of different markers and marker types.
Oh yeah, for sure. No, me too. Yeah, like I said, I went to Montana. I was just getting the different blacks. It was just all black though for the outlines. And I was like, well, give me that one, give me that one, give me that one. So I really don't know the names of it.
And then you could also get like some of their black ink. Just like a
bottle,
the little bottle of black ink.
And you kind of refill it.
Yeah, you could either refill it or you get they have empty markers.
Yeah, I've seen that.
So they have like even more variety of sizes.
Yeah, they do.
So you could probably do that.
I was gonna look into that as well. I've been, like I said, it's just all learning for me. You know?
Yeah.
So
because that's how like I have my dripstick. Essentially, it's an empty dripstick.
Okay.
It's just the shell.
Yeah.
And then you fill it with whatever color.
You can fill it up with whatever. Yeah, you can even mix your own colors if you want.
See, that's cool.
Because Montana has different inks. Molotov has different inks.
Yeah.
That you could just refill whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever marker, empty marker that you want, and it's just
and again, here's where you experiment with because different inks have different
consistencies,
thicknesses, or I don't know. Audience, you let me know what the proper word is.
Viscosity,
the viscerations, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But because like I feel like Molotov, especially for the dripstick, is very loose.
Very thin.
That's pretty
very
hard
thin
to use.
So when you're doing the actual drip style, it comes out really clean because you can literally, as you're going, like, okay, I want a drip here, so like on the curve, just drip it and it just goes.
Oh, see, that's
like drip
crazy.
it and it just goes, and it'll go for a while.
Yeah.
Versus I think Montana is a little bit thicker, so
it doesn't drip as
much. And then it'll go like a couple inches, but like Molotov, it can go all the way down to the floor if you want.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
It's really cool.
I'm gonna try. Yeah, it's all about experimenting. So I definitely, this year is probably gonna be a lot more with just buying different things, like the ones you said, the empty ones, and kind of just mixing your own color and see what you could do. And for sure.
Yeah. And then what kind of canvases do you want to get?
Oh man,
I know we've talked about canvases and canvas types and canvas. I don't think we've talked that much with some of the other artists about canvases.
Not
themselves.
Really, but high quality ones would
have.
probably be a lot more better now. You guys have been pushing me to do that. So, these are simple. These are really cheap, and I see the ones you guys use are for sure a lot more durable. So I'm like, I need to do that for sure. If you really want the artwork to like, exactly, and then make it pop a lot more, obviously, and like I said, it just lasts longer. Yeah. So that's what I'm scared of, is like to sell something and then like, oh, it kind of broke down, or it's not stable anymore. It's like, oh crap, like, so definitely like investing more into that, to better canvases. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And then again, you could still like get high quality canvases without paying the high quality price at michaels.com.
Oh yeah.
It's one of our we want them to sponsor us.
Hopefully one of our future sponsors. But
because they have the online bulk orders.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, so you don't have to wait for Michaels to have like the 50% off or whatever clearance. You could just get them online, and it's like something like that is about $12 per canvas instead of the full 30, instead of full like $40 canvas.
No, for sure. I've seen that. I'm like, ugh. I don't know about that, but like you said, you put more money into your canvas, which is what I want to put more into. The cost is going to be more higher, obviously, as well. You could bump up the price, but definitely better canvas.
And since you're using like low to mid quality paint, it'll still look really good on a high quality canvas.
No, for sure. I've tried it a few times.
Because you make that lower budget paint look good.
Yeah.
Now imagine it on a higher quality canvas. It'll look very good.
No, for sure. It's all about just trying new things. Yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Like, I definitely want to see your work on bigger better canvases.
Wood panels.
We'll get there.
On
have
wood
you thought about wood
really
panels?
I have actually. One of the artists was telling me to try to do that. Oh, another artist told me to just go to Home Depot and cut up like some freaking wood.
Yeah,
and I was like, that's freaking awesome.
If you
like,
have the time, you have the space, you have the tools.
Yeah,
cut it down.
Sure.
But if you don't have the time, space, or tools, you can just pre-buy them.
No, yeah, for sure. Yeah, I used to do it with like furniture.
Mm-hmm.
So, like old like what you call it? Like drawers.
Yeah.
Drawers.
Oh, nice.
I used to break it all down, and those were my canvases. I used to
Mm-hmm.
sand it down, cut it. My dad had all the machines and everything for it, so I was like back there just cutting everything. So like those would be my boards.
Yes.
And those are really nice when you paint on them, man.
Mhm.
Wood is just on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Obviously, the paint just sticks a lot more cleaner if you know what you're
if you know what you're doing.
If you know what you're doing.
If you know what you're
For
doing.
sure. The pens and markers, beautiful.
Yeah, because if you don't know what you're doing, then you're like oh, I'm gonna sand this wood down.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do my
Paint on
sketch, and then I'm gonna paint on it or with a marker. It's like, why is it like absorbing all the paint? Why is it just like diffusing everywhere? Why is it spreading? It's like, stop it.
Yeah,
like the wood is thirsty.
Yeah.
Wood
sure.
is very absorbent.
No, for
so
sure.
You gotta treat it like put coats of gesso before you paint.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah,
But,
and even the type of wood also makes a big difference. You know, whether it be like, you know, plywood is one thing because I think they use mainly pine. But if you use whether it be birch or redwood or oak, it's like they all have different porous
definitely
definition on it and different textures and stuff.
But once
like
you know what you're doing, it looks so good.
Yeah, I went to this art show called the Swing Gallery in LA, and this guy had actual fences. Like he would cut down the fence and then he made it as a canvas.
Nice.
And I was like, dude, this is so cool. Like, you know, that was probably trash.
Yeah.
You know, and he made it into like a $20,000 piece.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
One man's trash is another man's
for sure.
Art
trash.
piece.
Just nicer looking trash.
Yeah, 'cause, you know,
more expensive trash.
You just have to know what you're working with.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
And like, that's where asking them like, oh, so how do you do it? And you know, trying to look for that knowledge and asking questions. Because again, working with wood, if you don't know what you're doing, it's really hard.
Yeah,
it is really hard.
Yeah, it is.
You're gonna go through a lot of paint, a lot of ink, a lot of.
But then again, that's always kind of just learning process too. Because I like to experiment too and see like, let me see what happens if I put this type of paint on this type of like, you know, canvas.
Yeah,
it's not a regular canvas.
Yeah,
you know,
but if you're like expecting like, oh, I'm gonna do my greatest piece on this.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
Practice before you.
But you could also like talk to the artist like, hey, so I wanna start, you know, I wanna do something similar. How did you treat the wood before you started painting? That way you don't lose a lot of paint while you're practicing.
Yeah, a lot
that's
of
true.
material.
Right? A lot of material.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
I get that.
If you have the ability to ask somebody if that is doing something similar that you want to experiment with, ask before you waste a lot of paint.
That's true. Yeah.
And if you don't have the ability, then just like paint away until it works out.
Until somebody comes along and be like, you could have done this.
It's like, oh
yeah. No, and it's happened to me, you know, and it's like, oh crap, that he's right. I could have done it like that, you know. But it's like a learning process.
I got a friend that he was like, so by the way, I've been trying to like paint on wood, but it just keeps absorbing all the paint. How did you get, you know, the ink not to absorb too much? Like, thanks for asking. I actually use clear gesso. That way I could leave the wood grain without any paint. Yeah. And still when I paint on it, it doesn't absorb.
Yeah.
They're like,
exactly.
Wait, there's clear gesso? I thought all gesso was just all white.
Yeah, no, a lot of people don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
So always that's what I'm saying. Always ask.
Yeah,
always ask. It's not that scary to ask.
Because like you use clear gesso. Like if you're on a budget, again, going to Home Depot, it's like there's clear primer.
Yeah,
as well. Like obviously there's white primer, there's gray primer, there's black primer, there's clear primer.
Yeah,
and just to make sure you have a little barrier, so the wood doesn't ink up and soak up, your entire painting.
So if if you want to leave the wood or the look of the wood grain, clear gesso.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
If you don't like super white background, because some artists, they do the white primer and then they do a wash. Like once they sketch, they do like a light wash over it, so it won't be too bright. Or you could just tint your white primer to whatever color you want, and
exactly.
and then just paint on that, and it's pre-tinted and it's pre-primered and all that.
Yep. Yeah, the preparation is very important.
It won't
for
hurt
sure.
your eyes.
I agree.
It will not hurt your eyes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because painting on anything white, like if you have the lights on the wrong angle, it's like just extra bright.
No, for sure. Yeah, I agree.
It's way too much. Yeah, but like I like most of my sketchbooks that I have. Most of them they're not bright white. It's very rare that I get a bright white sketchbook.
Yeah.
For that, because it's too much. Like I want at least a little off-white or eggshell or natural wood color or whatever.
I actually paint my white paper with a very, very bright white. I want it extra bright. And then I'm like, it's too bright. I don't want to paint no more. I don't want to draw no more.
Or just put sunglasses for the first sketch.
Yes.
I know, but yeah, no, it's crazy what all this stuff about, even just what canvases to use, how to work with, wood, and gessos.
No, for sure.
Are you gonna be doing prints for your next show, or you're staying away from prints?
You know what? There's a big plan for that. I'm actually have a meeting.
Is it a secret?
No, not at
secret?
all. No, but it's just something that I've been getting a lot. Like, you need to do print.
You don't have to.
The first art show. No, it's not that. I think it'll be cool because then people would be able to have something from me, which is what I want. I want my art out there.
All your pieces are like over $1,000 each, right?
No, not even. But there are some that people ask and they're like, oh, I don't want to pay that, and it's cool. Like it's fine, but they're like, I wish I would have had something that's like that. So I have this meeting on the 19th of next month.
Nice.
And it's with one of my friends, and she actually knows a guy that prints very good quality, stuff.
Is she Clay?
Does she what?
Is she Clay? Is that the...
No.
Not G Clay. G Clay's super high quality.
I don't know, so I gotta wait for the meeting.
All right.
But he looks like he has a really cool website, so a really
nice,
decent, legit website. So I'll have a meeting with him and probably gonna do something with him and see what kind of stuff we could get.
That's so cool.
In the prints. Yeah.
For sure.
I recommend printing on linen paper.
Linen. Okay.
It's got it's a nice texture.
Is it like
to
the
paper.
Soft, like
no, it's
really?
not.
Okay.
It's not soft, but it feels like
it's.
It feels like if it's on canvas.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
But it's paper. But it's got that texture to it. After the podcast, I'll show you. I have a print from some artist from Comic-Con.
Oh, cool.
And half of the reason why I bought them is because of the art. And the other half is because of the paper.
So now I'm doing research on where to get that paper.
Yes. It's such a cool paper.
I actually got a print from an artist in, I believe it was somewhere in Europe. And because I won a contest, and he's like, oh, I'll ship you a piece of artwork.
Haro, right?
Yeah. Dude, that guy is so freaking lucky. Awesome, man. When I saw the video when he was scrolling down and he picked my name, I was like, what are the coincidences? Oh, I've been a fan since when I saw him. I was like, this guy is legit.
You got Vegeta?
I have Vegeta. Yeah. His print paper feels like it's so soft. Ooh. I don't know what it is, but you touch it and it feels like this. This is the type of stuff. Oh man,
I'm saving up to buy some of his prints.
Yeah,
they're not even that expensive. They're like 150 a print or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, but
or was that no? Yeah, it was something like that. They're not that expensive.
They're not expensive at all. But the stuff that he does is so cool. So. When I won, he was like, "Which one do you want?" I thought he was just gonna be like, "Okay, I'm gonna send you something." I'm gonna send you whatever. I, I wouldn't care. Like, give me. I don't care what I get. But once he's like, "Okay, pick," I was like, "Oh shoot, this is like."
That's a hard choice. It was
so hard. I picked like out of all of them, I picked 10, and then from 10 I went to 5, and then I was just stuck there for like a cool 2 or 3 days. I was like, oh my god, he needs an answer. So I'm like, Vegeta's like the coolest. So I got the Vegeta
so cool.
So dope. Yeah. So a big shout out to him because that was
that
so
guy,
cool.
That guy's so cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll put it on the description.
I've been following for a while.
That's another artist for sure. Yeah.
He's and he also has that similar vibe to what you're doing.
Okay, so that's what made me, you know, I just ran into him and I was like, oh, love him. Gotta follow. Yeah. He's an amazing artist.
So he does a lot of anime, well, not mainly, but mainly anime art, but he gives them tattoos. And he does like some of the backgrounds are very like graffiti like backgrounds. So it's so cool.
And he adds the drips, but he does them backwards. He drips them up.
Yes.
Oh, no, that was such a cool touch.
And he uses Posca markers as well, which is what I use.
Nice. So his type of prints is like what I want to try.
Yeah. So basically you guys are buddies because
we're very
we're best friends.
We're very close.
Twinsies.
Yeah. Twinsies like I touch the artwork or the art materials that he uses, that he touches. So that's cool. No, I can't. Like I'm still saving up.
He's so cool.
I wanna get some One Piece stuff from him. The Zoro and Luffy are so cool.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
He had a sale like a few years back where it's like buy 2 get 1 free. I was like, so close. I was so close.
No, but like I do want to see like the paper that he uses.
It's awesome material. Yeah, it's so good.
So
great quality.
Are you gonna try to get that paper?
Yeah, honestly, it just feels so nice, man. And the color is so vibrant. It's a flat, so it's not shiny, which is the thing that I kind of don't want to do.
Yeah.
See, that's what
it'll be matte.
Yeah. So that's another thing I'm looking at is a coat for my paintings. Is like I don't want something bright. Like I feel like it's just the shininess. Just I'm not a big fan of it.
Just get matte. Matte is very flat.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Or I think satin is not too shiny.
Yeah. So satin would be considered almost a semi-gloss.
Okay. Yeah, so it's not too shiny, but it's not too flat either. It's
got
like a little.
I've been doing my research on that. You know, the different kind of resins and stuff like that, and trying to experiment with it. And the first 5 that I tried, I was like, nah, they're just too bright. Like I'm trying to get it more lower, and you know, I'll go down levels and see what I like, but I haven't hit that perfect spot to where like, okay, this is gonna be my clear coat.
Because one of the things that we use a lot, we use a spray varnish for art.
Yeah, I used to use that too. Yeah. The spray with the can spray.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So you can also do that, like, because most of our stuff is matte finish. No. What is it? Semi-gloss?
No, for a lot of my stuff, it's just high gloss, or not high gloss, but just a glossy finish.
Really? Well, because it's not as glossy, or is it because of the paint?
It's because I only do 1 layer.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, so it's not gonna pick up.
So it covers it enough so that it doesn't over. Yeah, I just cover it enough to protect it.
Yeah.
And then I don't do the second one to give it a shiny gloss to it. No,
I feel like people really want to get good pictures of it too.
Yeah,
and it's really hard when like they put it on their wall, and I'll be like, "Can you send me a picture?" And just like reflects everything from like their house, and I was like, I don't even see my painting.
You have to Photoshop the painting back in.
So I tell them like you got to do it at an angle or like go up, and you know, to get the whole picture. And that's how I take most of my pictures. It's not like straight. Like if you notice, it's either like a little bit tilted up, where like the painting like looks like it's you know a little bit on its side or whatever.
Just to get rid of
just to get rid. Yeah. And I hit it with a lot of light, but it just doesn't look good when you're doing it straight. So I definitely it's pretty hard.
And that is a whole different story because again, like my background, which obviously the audience has probably heard me say this like 3-4 times.
Wait, what's your background?
Photography.
Oh, okay.
And definitely like one of the things that I do like to take photos of all the art is I have all the light and none of the light is straight on. It's always off to the side.
Yeah, I learned that too.
Like it brightens the entire painting without leaving any reflections that go into the camera.
Exactly. And that's what I started doing when I'm taking pictures. Now I have the lights on the side going like this instead of like what I would think will look good. All the light like just on it. Like, it's not. You're going to get those glares of the lights, and I'm not a big fan of that. So yeah, now I'm like starting to be like, okay, should be from the side. And it's going to look way better for sure.
But
a lot of things to learn when you're an artist. Like how to light everything, how to cover everything, how to
there's definitely, and again, that's why I love the concept of this podcast is there's so much behind the scenes. Outside of the painting. Like, because the painting is the individual, is the person. It's their masterpiece. But outside of that, it's like, okay, the canvas, like the varnish that you use to protect it. How to take good photos of it. Like how to hang it properly in the
because
bag.
you want it on a website, you want a decent, good picture of it.
And even at that, it's like, okay, how do you build your website? It's like your about page, your you know, like how to contact you, like all the what I think I would consider the business side of being an artist. You know, because like yes, hanging your art or like putting the wire in the back. Technically, it's not art. It would be more like carpentry or something.
But
like
it does matter.
But it matters.
Yeah,
you know?
That's what you guys taught me. Yeah,
it's like those little things that is outside the painting. It's outside the creative process.
And people that buy it are going to be like, oh, this is really neatly done in the back. You know,
it's professionally hung. It's
exactly.
Like good canvas. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Like even when they go to your Instagram, it's like, okay, cool. They took their time and took a good photo of the painting.
Yeah.
So I can see it on my phone. That's kind of crappy with a crack on it. But it still looks good. You know? Like it looks good.
I gotta take good pictures of my stuff.
But like little things like that, where it's like I want to be able to share that with people.
No, for sure. Yeah, that's why I appreciate you guys for doing that, because I've seen it since the beginning. You know, since we met.
Since
you guys
the beginning of time.
Since the beginning of time. Since the first time we met, you guys have always been like, oh, try this. And I'm like, oh, crap. Okay, that got me thinking like I should try that. Yeah, of course. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and then especially if you're gonna be talking to galleries and you don't want to just show up with a painting like
they're gonna look at it.
They're gonna look at every single little thing.
Yeah, we don't want that.
So before you take your paintings, like let us know.
No, for sure. No, yeah,
we'll help
definitely
you do those.
Send you pictures and stuff. Like, do you think this is good?
Yeah, because a lot of bigger galleries, they're like super picky about what they want to show at their spot.
For sure. The one that I went to in Manhattan, everything was all super glossy. And I mean, like I said, I'm not a big fan of that, but all of them were like that. And I'm like, oh, okay, so this is what they want. You know, they're very, very picky. I agree.
So we can definitely do another episode on just gallery talk.
That would be awesome.
And all that fun stuff. But
be like, look, this is what I learned from this gallery. They do it this way, so you guys can prepare if you are going into that route of getting into a gallery.
And even like
the important stuff.
Tips on how to approach a gallery and stuff like that, because I was even listening to another podcast on like how to approach a gallery. You know, you don't just like show up and be like, hey, you want to do these? Like, no, but there's different processes and stuff like that.
There's a cool artist, she's from LA. She also talks about the process for like talking to galleries, and again, a really cool artist, Andrea Gazzetta. She talks about her experiences for galleries. How to approach them, how to email them, how to email them once and not bug them, so saying like, hey, I haven't heard from you in a week.
No, for sure.
And what to say and all that fun stuff. Like so
and even just
there's
like
artists out there that trying to help other artists.
Because like I don't know if you remember one of the things that when we were doing our shows, like, and when we brought you on board, we're like, you know, like a little biography.
Yeah, that's cool. That's another thing I learned.
And you were like, well, I don't have one. I'm like, well, I'll help you with one.
I just wrote whatever. I was like, this is what I think. You know? And then you kind of rephrased it, which is awesome.
So it could look a little bit better, so it could sound better.
Because
and it's like little things like that.
Most galleries, they want an artist bio and an artist statement.
Which are two different things.
For sure.
Two different things.
And
then they also want a portfolio and a website, which are again two different things.
And that's another reason why I need to start the website.
Some galleries even want kind of like it's not a resume, but it's kind of a resume of where
you have
you've been.
to have a resume.
Yeah,
like
so it's like
you said, you just want to show up and be like, this is my canvas. Like, okay,
But what if it's your first time? You still haven't built a resume yet. What do you do?
Well, that's where again you start going to shows.
For sure.
Like your resume could be could obviously include shows that you've been a part of, galleries that you've been a part of, but it can also include like paintings that you've sold.
Yeah,
it's like I sold this painting that was this size for this amount to this person, this private collector that lives in this location. And that way, because the gallery, like a job, they want references. They want to make sure that you're doing this for the right reason.
Yeah, for sure.
You're not just like, oh yeah, I just want to I need space in my room. So gallery, do you want to hold my paintings on for like 2 months?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, we can definitely talk about that on another podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
But again, thank you for being a part of the
show.
show.
No, thanks for having me. Man, it was fun.
On the little after show.
We'll do a little pickup game after.
Yes. Ooh, that'd be really cool. With a
artist soccer pickup game.
Right.
But yeah, thank you for listening.
Awesome.
This has been the LAArtist Podcast.
Bye.
Later.
You have been listening to the LAArtist Podcast. Feel free to like, follow, and subscribe so you don't miss the latest episode. You can see bonus content on our Instagram at Lorano Gallery, as well as our website, loranogallery.com/podcast. Stay creative, keep creating, and no matter what, be passionate about your art.